All right, welcome back to House Build Part 3. Today we have the concrete pumping truck just pulled up, set up the outriggers, and they're finishing up a few little grade details while the concrete pumper gets set up, waiting for the concrete truck to get here. Concrete's been ordered, and the forms for the footers are all set. The concrete pumper set us back a little extra money, but it's going to save us money and time, and it makes it a whole lot easier to get this concrete down into our basement area. So we tend to like to use the pumping trucks to do our concrete work. Makes it a lot easier. All the movement of the concrete pump is done remotely, wireless, with a little remote that's kind of tied around the waist. So it's kind of like a little joystick, and it can be moved to any location depending on where you want the concrete to be pumped. So we put a little board on the end of the run here. That's where the footer steps down into the dirt. That'll keep the concrete from running down. We've got it all sighted out. It's all level. And there's another step down here. This is going to be really deep down here at the bottom because we hit that rock. So the concrete truck's here, and he's getting ready to start feeding the concrete pump. Once that is ready to go, we will begin with the footers. So here we go on the footers. We're going to start in the part of the ground what we dug. And we'll just fill that in. Move the pump around. It's got a little flexible hose on the bottom, so we have a little bit of flexibility. This makes it so much easier having the pump. And we'll just work the concrete back and forth, fill in the forms. And go around the whole perimeter of the basement. Now, if you look in the upper right-hand corner, you can see the guy controlling the concrete pump with the remote, and he watches as the guys work the concrete and moves the arm accordingly. Once the forms are filled up, we'll have another guy come back through and just smooth off the top, just to give us a nice smooth edge on the top of the footers. And you can see down here we're getting to the part where the sewer line is, and having a 6-inch will be nice because we can put our sewer line going through without any problems. Plenty of room underneath the footer. You don't have to dig out underneath. It's going to be a 4-inch coming out of the house, and then once it gets outside, it'll go to a 6-inch. out to the street with the sewer line. I'm going to add a little rebar to the footers that we dug. Let's get the rebar in there. You can tamp it down in with the shovel. And that'll help hold the footers together. Okay, we've got a couple spots here where we need to fill in for the post base. This is the post that's going to hold up the I-beam running through the center of the house, the center support. So we'll add a little rebar as well to that. So now before the concrete fully sets up, we want to take a 2x4 and we're going to run it along the middle and make sort of a keyway. And that's where our foundation walls are going to sit on top of the footers. And I'll show you more about that in just a little bit. We've got a few more cubic yards of concrete to fill in here. So there we have the keyway. Working the keyway all the way around, and we're still filling in parts of the footers, filling it with rebar as we go. Okay, we've got the keyway done all the way around. We're going to put some rebar in going vertically. That's where the foundation walls are going to lock in. And that's about it for this episode. Check back for the next episode of House Build. If you like this series, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon for all the updates. I'm How To Bob. Thanks for watching.